Many traders use RSI and EMA as their strategy, but they often fail. Why? Because they use the same settings everywhere. But here is the truth. The settings must change with the time frame. The 5-minute chart needs speed. The 4-hour chart needs stability. Today I will teach you how to optimize your indicators, and I will give you the best EMA and RSI setups for scalping, day trading, and swing trading. In other words, the perfect settings for every single time frame. It's very simple, very clear, and make sure you watch until the end because I have a quick RSI challenge for you. So let's get started. Understanding RSI and EMA. Before we talk about the settings, let's quickly understand the indicators. First, RSI. RSI means Relative Strength Index. It shows momentum. It tells us if the market is strong or weak. The RSI value moves between 0 and 100. When RSI is above 70, the market is overbought. Price might go down. And when RSI is below 30, the market is oversold. Price might go up. Now EMA. EMA means Exponential Moving Average. It shows the trend direction. If price is above EMA, the trend is bullish. If price is below EMA, the trend is bearish. Now let's see how to use them together to get signals. For a buy signal, first look at the EMA. The price must be above the EMA. This means the trend is up. Second, look at the RSI. The RSI should be coming up from the oversold area below 30 level. When you have both price above EMA and RSI moving up from 30, it's your buy signal. For a sell signal, first look at the EMA. The price must be below the EMA. This means the trend is down. Second, look at the RSI. The RSI should be coming down from the overbought area above 70 level. When you have both price below EMA and RSI moving down from 70, that's your sell signal. So, when we combine EMA and RSI, we get the best of both worlds, the trend from EMA and the momentum from RSI. This combination makes trading much easier, especially for beginners. Now let's look at the best settings for each time frame and trading style. Best EMA and RSI settings for scalping: 1 minute, 3 minute, and 5 minute. Now let's look at the small time frames, the 1 minute, 3 minute, and 5 minute charts. These are our scalping time frames. Because they move so fast, we need much faster indicator settings. For EMA, you can use EMA 9 and EMA 21. These two EMAs react quickly to price changes. Now let's talk about RSI. The default RSI setting is 14, but for scalping, we need a faster RSI. So instead of 14, we use RSI 7 or RSI 9. Why? Because the smaller numbers make the RSI more sensitive, and when RSI is more sensitive, it reacts faster to price movements. Now look at these two charts. Both charts are on the 5-minute time frame. In the first chart, the RSI is set to 14. In the second chart, the RSI is set to 5. Notice the difference. In the second chart, the RSI moves much faster. It reacts quickly to every small price change. But in the first chart, RSI 14 moves slower and smoother. This is why smaller RSI numbers are better for fast time frames. Because the RSI moves so fast in scalping, we also need to adjust our overbought and oversold levels. Instead of the standard 70 and 30, I recommend using 80 and 20. This helps you avoid fake signals. In scalping, we only want to look for extreme momentum. So for scalping, the simple setup is EMA 9 or EMA 21 and RSI 7 or 9 with levels at 80 and 20. This setup helps you catch quick momentum changes, and it's exactly what we need in fast markets. Best EMA and RSI settings for intraday trading: 15-minute, 30-minute, and 1-hour charts. Now let's move to a different style, intraday trading. This is for traders who use the 15-minute, 30-minute, and 1-hour charts. In scalping, we'll look for quick moves, but in intraday trading, we'll look for real trends. Because we are using higher time frames, there is less noise, the market is more stable, and the moves are more reliable. So we need different settings. For EMA, we don't want to react to every small candle. We need to see the medium-term trend. I recommend using EMA 21 and EMA 50. Now let's adjust the RSI. In scalping, we used RSI 7 or 9 for speed, but for intraday, speed can be your enemy. If the RSI is too fast, you will get many fake signals. For this reason, we go back to the standard setting, RSI 14. RSI 14 is much smoother. It helps you stay in a trade longer and avoids the noise of the market. Also, let's adjust our overbought and oversold levels. Instead of extreme 80 and 20 we used for scalping, we used the classic 70 for overbought and 30 for oversold. This is the golden standard for intraday trading. So, for intraday trading, the simple setup is EMA 21 or EMA 50 and RSI 14 with levels at 70 and 30. If you want even more stability for long-term trades, stay tuned for the next section, swing trading. Best EMA and RSI settings for swing trading, 4-hour and daily charts. Finally, let's look at the bigger picture, swing trading. It's for the 4-hour chart and the daily chart. If scalping is about speed, swing trading is about patience and stability. On these higher time frames, the trends are much stronger, but the moves take much longer to develop. Because of this, we need heavy and stable indicator settings. We want to avoid all the small market noise. For EMA, you should use much larger periods to catch the real trend. I recommend EMA 50 and EMA 200. The EMA 200 is one of the most important lines in technical analysis. It shows the long-term direction of the market. Now let's look at the RSI. In scalping, we use a fast RSI, but for swing trading, a fast RSI will give you too many fake signals. You need a smooth RSI to see the true momentum. So we use the standard RSI 14 or even RSI 21 for extra smoothness. And for overbought and oversold levels, we don't want to be too aggressive. Instead of 80 and 20, we use a more balanced approach. 65 for overbought and 35 for oversold. This helps you identify the start of a major trend without getting caught in small temporary corrections. So, for swing trading, the simple setup is EMA 50 or EMA 200 and RSI 14 or RSI 21 with levels at 65 and 35. Important tip about indicator settings. Now I want to share an important lesson with you. Please remember, there is no such thing as a perfect setting for every market. Markets are always changing. Sometimes they are calm and sometimes they are extremely volatile. These settings we discussed today are excellent starting point, but they are not rules that you must follow blindly. A great trader doesn't just copy numbers. A great trader observes how the indicators move with the price. Use the setups to start, test them, and adjust them to your trading style. The goal is to understand the market, not just the indicators. Alright, before you leave, I have a quick challenge for you. Here's the question. Which RSI setting is more suitable for scalping on the 5-minute chart? A. RSI 14. B. RSI 7. C. RSI 21. Write your answer in the comments below. I want to see how many of you were really paying attention. I will reveal the correct answer and explain the reason in the first 30 seconds of the next video. So make sure you subscribe and turn on notification bell so you don't miss it. And if this video helped you understand how to optimize RSI and EMA settings for different time frames, don't forget to like the video. Thanks for watching and I see you in the next one.